What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are at Kingdom 873. Now, I'm sorry, I did say I was gonna review it as soon as it get translated, but I was a little busy. My baby girl was sick, so I didn't have any time. But 874 is also out. Well, the spoiler, but we'll go through that after this. The chapter began in the battlefield. The Zhao defense line collapsed. This are the group that are facing Kuokai, and they're getting information. The commander of that Zhao group, that he's getting, this is the second line, defense line, that Kuokai and Shen and Muten, they already pushed past the first line. They're already at the second defense line. We get to see their commanding general perspective, and he's getting message that his battalion are getting wiped out left and right. The enemy's commander, General Kukai, she pushed to the front line and is driving their forces back. And the commander's like, "You guys can't kill her." And one of the soldiers like, "We can't get near her." The more of the troop around her has surged. They won't let us through. And he's kind of, that general. He's panicking even after luring them into this narrow pass. Are you saying we can't stop them? He's cussing out Kukai. And so he goes, "Send a messenger to General Choho in the rear. Tell him to recall the reserve force that were to move both flank. If this position is breached, the consequence will be catastrophic." So he want reinforcement from the flank, from the back, to come and help them. We switches to the Haishin unit, and Kyoten, she's talking. She goes, "I know it's difficult, but make the infantry push forward more. Messenger from inform the Denel unit that the enemy is lurking on the right flank. We're being targeted." And then Kyoten, we receive a messenger comes in. Kyoten, we receive an urgent report from the scout in the mountain to our right. They report multiple enemy reserve unit moving south. The south? Yes, the Kuokai army in the south is likely on the verge of breaking through. That means our flanking assault has stretched the enemy's defensive line to its limit, making a breakthrough easier. They're in the south because they're not battering south to north. They are battling east to west. Does that make sense? So the Haishin unit is at the top. The Kuokai unit is in the middle, and well, technically underneath them, and then the Muten unit, the Gukaku, they're underneath them. But if you look it straight, the Kuokai is the center. But if you look from from north to south, Haishin is north, and so Kuokai, she's in the south. Does that make sense? And so Shen and them, they're basically fighting against the enemy's right flank. So Shen and them, they're on the left, but they're facing against the enemy's right. But the enemy's sending soldiers to stop Kurokai. And because of that, that will force the Haishin unit to be able to break through them. Yes, that means the path of the main attack has shifted. Send a messenger to Shen immediately. Tell him to push forward and pressure the enemy's front. And another report comes in. Damn it, an attack from the rear. Report from the rear scout. The enemy is advancing from behind. It's the same army we broke through earlier. So this is the first line of defense army. Damn it, they escaped from Yoko Yoko and came here. How many are there? Between 6 to 7,000, led by one of Riboku's retainer, the warrior Kaine. And so Kaioten, she's like, Kaine. And we get a flashback to an hour and a half ago. What? These bastards are not part of the Haishin unit. Wait, are you saying these are from the former Han soldiers? That doesn't matter anymore. We will keep chasing the Haishin unit that has breached the line. Kaine, wait. We're the one getting attacked right now. They have surrounded us. And you can see that the Kaine soldier, they're getting slaughtered left to right by the Han soldier. Damn it. Damn them. Are you really the former soldier of Han? Why are you fighting with this much ferocity for Quinn, the state that invaded Han? And then one of the Han soldiers was like, the likes of you will never understand. And she goes, you were Han citizen once. Do you not feel any shame? And so the Han soldier, they kind of just got angry. And you see Yoko, he comes in and he just slashed, just cut open all these Kane soldiers. And they're like, what's wrong with this bastard? He big. Yoko is big. This is bad. Protect Kaine. And then she goes, move aside. I will kill him with my own hand. You dumbass, your death here is not allowed at all. And then Yoko goes, this is the headquarters of their army. Smash him to bit. And so the Kaine soldiers, they scream back, you think we're gonna let you, do not let them get near Kaine. So now the fight gets even more crazy. Kaine, a messenger comes in, and Kaine is like, what, cavalry units attacking us from the side? But it's not. It's Fute's banner. Those bastards must be from Fute's army. But the Fute army is already stuck in a fierce battle because of the enemy's attack. My name is, and then you get one of the soldier from Fute's army because they basically try to. Oh, well, okay. Let's explain this later. So one of the soldier, he goes, "My name is Shikai. I have a message from General Fute to Miss Kaine. Letting those enemies pass us without destroying them is dangerous because they might attack us from behind. We, the Fute army, will take care of these bastards. You go first and chase after the Haishin unit." That's what he said. And he said, if you change your mind, you can come back to my side whenever you want. And so Kanye was like, okay. So she turns around and go, all right, let's go after them. So what's happening is a group of Fute soldiers came from the side and stopped the Yoko army. Because of that, it allowed Kaine's 5 to 6 thousand to chase after the Haishin unit. Now Kaine, she's thinking to herself, no way, what a disaster. How did we let this happen? To have been defeated. Give me 1 second. No, right. To have been defeated and have Riboku Sama's plan thwart is unforgivable. Kaine, we're about to reach the Ohan plain. The Haishin unit must be engaging with the second line of defense there. I'm aware of that. Just by escaping, we can unleash an ambush on them from the rear. And so you switch back to the Haishin unit. Now, Archer on the left, and it looks like the Kaine unit, they're getting ambushed by the Haishin unit. There's an Archer unit in the forest to the left. Get away from the tree. And then suddenly the arrow just stopped. And who do you see? Suwon's cavalry unit attacks them. From the right, what? Kill them all. It's a trap from the Haishin unit. Protect Kaine. That's the enemy's leader, Kaine. Kill her. Damn it. Damn you, Kaioten. This is Kaine thinking. This place is dangerous. Fall back now. Let's regroup with the rear unit and strike back. So what's happening is, since Kaioten got the message that Kaine's 5,000 were breaking through, she set up an ambush, and there were arrows, and then from the right was the Suwon cavalry unit. This forces Kaine's unit to pull back to regroup. Report. We back at Kaioten's headquarters. Report. The rearguard ambush was successful. The enemy has taken a good hit and is now retreating. No, everybody's just cheering. And then Kaioten goes, their leader Kaine, where did she disappear to? The report I got was that we failed to take her out. Damn, she's a closed vessel to Roku. I really wanted to have her head in this place. This is not Kaioten speaking, because Kaioten and Kaine, they have a history. This is one of Kaioten's. Technically, they protect Kaioten. So one of the soldier around Kaioten. Wait, you guys. At the threat at our back has been temporarily pushed off, and that's reassuring. But what's been suspicious for a while, the fighting up ahead. Haven't you guys noticed that their attack has become slow and sluggish? And so Kyle 10, she goes, I also have been feeling this for a while. I thought we were going to break through their line in one push, but suddenly their defense got its strength back. Did they switch out their forces? No, that's not it. It's the soldier. It's about the way of fighting has completely changed. Now, we've switched to the enemy side, the side that was facing the Haishin unit. And there's this girl. This girl and another general. So there's two generals sitting on the horse while there's like 4 or 5 just foot soldiers standing there. Awesome. In all our position, our forces have stopped crumbling. What the hell's going on? And then the girl goes, nothing extraordinary is happening, really. It is but an understanding of the enemy's goal and responding to them accordingly. Look, the two units in the left are in a tight spot. Go to their aid now. And so one of the foot soldiers like understood. The transfer of leadership to us from Go You saved us completely. That was based on what Riboku Sama told me. You helmet look awesome. You really mean that? So he's the other general is talking to this girl, and this general is saying that giving command to this girl saved them from com- collapsing. And so this girl, her reply was, "Your helmet look awesome." And he goes, "You really mean that?" The helmet do look awesome. It looks like at the top it has some head, some design head, and on the back it looked like another design head. And so he goes, that's General goes, so well this place hold oh hidden student of Riboku, the strategist Rio N. So that's her name. Her name is Rio N, and she is a hidden student of Riboku. And so she goes, it will last for today. So the day has ended. And then the other general go, what about tomorrow? And she goes, it will be extremely difficult because the reserve forces have gone south. As for that south, it seems that Kuyokai's army is about to break through. But since K-A is there, they might be able to last for the day as well. Will they only last until the end of the day? Probably. I think you know what we no longer have that many forces at our disposal. The first defense line is spread all the way from north to south, and we have put most of our forces at their second line here. What I mean is, if this defense line is broken through, then nothing will stand between our enemy and the royal capital, Catan. And so she goes, of course, I'm aware of that. And Riboku Sama too. Are you insinuating that there is another trap he has not disclosed yet? And then she goes, if it were up to me, I would have left every last soldier here die so that I may cut the power of the Haitian unit in half. Then the general goes, then it's a good thing it's not up to you. You are weird. You are weird. And so she goes, do not worry, Riboku-sama will not give out such order. So we will last here until Riboku-sama arrives. It appears we are out of option. But even if Riboku-sama arrives, will he really be able to turn the tide in this irreversible spot? And so the Rio N, she goes, General, may I have that drink? My throat is completely dry. So she gets off her horse and walks to the table. And then she goes, "It seems to me that you are misunderstanding something. I mean that this battle of Zhao is life or death battle." And then the general goes, "Is it not?" And she goes, "You are completely mistaken. This battle is simply the battle where every inch of China will truly understand the terror of Riboku Sama." We're talking about, okay, all of the Zhao soldiers thinks that this is a battle of life and death, because if the Queen invade and were able to beat them, they will be able to advance to Catan, the capital, take the capital, and destroy Zhao altogether. Because they did that to Han. And now to these Zhao soldiers, this is what's going on. But Real N, she goes, "Nah, that's not it. This ain't that kind of battle. This is the battle where Riboku-sama will show all of China how strong, how scary he really is." And now the scene changes to a night, and we are at the Kaine's their little campsite. And a soldier with a horse walked by, and he goes, "Is this the Kaine unit's camp?" And one of the soldiers goes, "Yes." We know who that soldier is, but we don't see it. And then we switches to Kaine. She's hurt and she's bleeding. She walks out of her tent. She goes, "Tomorrow we'll definitely hit the Haishin unit from the rear, but they will probably set up another trap. So send out more lookout to the area before we advance." And then the soldier, they're worried. They're like, "All right, we understand, but you have to stay in your tent to rest." And then she goes, "How can I close my eyes if we allow the Haishin unit to advance that deep? We will become an obstacle in Riboku-sama's plan." And so she started to fall, and she get catch. She get catch. She turns around, and who catches her? Riboku. And Riboku goes, "Do not worry, Kaine. My strategy will not be shaken by such event." And so she's like, "Riboku sama." And then Riboku goes, Your safety is my number one concern." In the chapter. Because you remember, Riboku and Kaine got married before this battle. And I read a lot of manga. And I read a lot of, well, and I watch a lot of anime. For my expertise, when you experience happiness to that degree, misery follows. Riboku or Kaine is gonna die, or maybe even both of them. But I also know the history of China. But I think this is where Riboku dies. I don't want to ruin it, but in the history, Riboku died alone in the battlefield, alone by none other than Shin. I mean, this is my own head canon, but yeah. We will leave it here for now, and we will go through 874 spoiler in a little bit after I wipe my baby girl's butt because she pooped. All right, all right.